Hey, so you want to make amazing content consistently? I'm talking really fast, but here's the thing. If you want to make amazing content on a consistent basis, you got to know what you're talking about. Like you got to know things about a person's problem or the stress they have or their aspirations. You'll find in a second. You have to know things about them that are intimate, that are deep, and you got to know it in the spot, in the moment when you are filming or you are writing or you're writing a caption. Have you ever got to a point where like, all right, it's content creation day. I'm going to sit back and create, and then you get that mental block. You're like, what do I think about? And the next thing you know, you're at all this surface level stuff that's like, okay, that's cool, but then like it's not really the best stuff for somebody. Like you realize like, it's cool, but it's not really hitting hard. So you kind of get some engagement. You look at somebody else like, how do they make that stuff that's fire? Like how do they get me in the heart every time I like watch their videos? How does Anthony, this guy, make such unique content that seems to be like cool and I want to watch it and I want to share it? Hope you share it. You better share it. So here's what I do. On a consistent basis, I kid you not, if you look at my laptop, my phone, my iPad, all the notes are synced, and here's what I do. Every single night, I fill out the waffle. What's the waffle, you say? I'll tell you, baby bird, let me feed you. So here's how this thing works. This is specific structure that every night, 7 o'clock, in my phone, an alarm goes off, says, hey, Aunt, waffle. Ding, I do it. Maybe not every night, but at least like half the week I'm doing this. If I'm busy, sometimes I won't do it like in dinner time, but I'm doing this thing consistently, as consistent as I can. And here's what these things are. Based on your demographic, we're gonna fill all this out. You gotta understand what that is and what this DLA is and how to make fire content, banging stuff. First thing, what is your demographics wants? I'm gonna write down, we're gonna do like that. That looks cool. That's gonna be hard to do those. What do they want? Now think about this. This is what do they want right now? What are they desiring at this moment? My wife, it's Mother's Day in a couple days. She wants an Apple Watch. It's just what she wants. I got one, so she's gonna get one. Don't worry about it. I know I'm telling you that, but just go with the story. She wants this right now. Maybe your demographic, they want to alleviate some stress they're dealing with right now. We'll talk about another one of those in a second. What do they want in this moment? Not what do they want later. What are they just saying? Oh, I wish I could snap my fingers and have that, right? That's a big piece. I wish I could snap my fingers and have that. You're gonna ask yourself as we get through this, well, where do I get all these? You get them from this. And then if you're like, I don't have any of this, I'll tell you another way to make content without having any idea about any of this. Oh, it's gonna be so good for you right now. Okay, here we go. What do they want right now? If they could snap their fingers, what would they wanna have in their life? That's wants. Now, what are their aspirations? Now with aspirations, let me spell this right. In 4th grade, I don't know if you knew this, in 4th grade I won the spelling bee. I beat all the 6th graders, and then I went to the spelling bee, and I was in the very front row, all the doors open up, front row, 3 levels up, the very first word was tough. You know what I did? I got tough, T-U-F-F. I was out in the very first letter in the spelling bee. I was nervous. Anyways, so aspirations. What do your people aspire to in the future? What do they want at some point? Do they want the nice house, the nice car, the better marriage, the less fat in their body, to be able to run an endurance type race? Do they want to learn how to do something that you know how to do? What do they aspire to as a human themselves or aspire to have? What do they want in the future? This is right now. This is what they want in the future. Then, what are their fears? Well, you get the fears. Let's put an F up here. F-E-A-R-S. Nice. I spelled it wrong after I told you a whole spelling bee story. So fears. I didn't spell wrong. I missed the F. What are they afraid of in the future? What do they not want in the future? Do they not want to lose money, lose time, lose face? Like, do they not want to lose notoriety? Do they not want to lose their family? What do they not want to lose in the future? What are they telling you that they want to avoid, right? Fear/avoid for the future. Then we have frustrations. I'm right, spell this right. Why is this thing weird? Frustrations. Hold on, we got you. Here we go. Boom. What are their frustrations? What are they dealing with now? What do they not want right now? Do they not want to deal with this person? How do I handle this person I can't get out? How do I deal with firing a person in my company? How do I deal with not feeling comfortable to talk to the opposite gender or same gender? How do I get past the frustration of I can't ask for the job or ask for a raise? How I get past the frustration that I'm having with my wife or my husband and the hard things we're dealing with in the relationship. What are they struggling with right now that they are dealing with, saying, I don't want this part of my life. I want to get this out of my life. What's bothering them now, right? Then we have, what are their loves? Ooh. Now this is a unique one, because it's like, what do they have as lateral loves? You can say what they love, like people and friends and family, but like, what do they laterally love? Like, I do Spartan races and they always happen to have beer there, like the 805s. I give the little thing away, but a lateral love that Spartan said as well, our people are like these cool, like Spartanist, people, right? They go do their thing. Shout out to Joe DeSena, amazing human being. I might tag him in this. I don't know. We'll see. If I remember to, I will. But like, what are loves? They love beer. They're like, hey, let's get some people here and give out free beer coupons. It feels cool, right? They found a lateral love and connected the two together. So what are your demographics' lateral loves? What do they also like outside of what you're talking about right now, right? I could talk to you right now about, I don't know, a lateral love. I like certain TV shows, Westworld. Maybe a lateral love of yours, like mine, is Westworld, right? Oh, cool, let's talk about this TV show. Lateral love, create content around it. Then we have what's called expectations. I'm gonna put the E up here. Hold on, I got it. Boom. Expectations. What are their expectations of themselves, who they are, like them person, the world around them, and other solutions in the marketplace? What do they expect of themselves? I should do this. I should be here. I should be getting this up in the morning and reading this book and running. I should be lifting and loving and eating right. What are expectations you can talk about, right? What are the things they should be expecting of themselves? What expectations do they have of the outside world? What can you talk to that they're expecting the world to be like? And also other solutions. Maybe they're saying like, I really need to figure out how to, I don't know, how to have an amazing planner. I expect a product that's going to be an amazing planner. This is a GPS planner, by the way. If you need a planner for your life, this is amazing. I made it, the gpsplanner.com. Check it out, right? But here's the thing. The people are expecting another product to do X, Y, and Z. So why don't you create one that fills the expectations the other ones miss? 9 months of planning, not like 2 or 3, 9 months. You only need one of these like after the first quarter, and then it's so long. So anyways, go into what the expectations are. This is how, if you fill it out every single night, here's the beauty. Fill it out at night. Literally at night, every night, fill it out. And here's what you do. You want to do it every day because you don't want to get to a day and try to think of everything. I have this consistently running, random thoughts. This actual piece of content I'm creating right now came from a question of a client like, okay, and I got to post certain parts of the day. How do I come up with enough topics to know what to post? What do I come up with? How do I think of things? I was like, do it every day. And then when you get to the day of filming, you're gonna have all these intimate thoughts because you were thinking every night of what's a person's want? And then we're gonna go into this. What you're gonna do to find out where this comes from is every night you can do this. Look at certain blogs. What are blogs people follow? What are things people are posting on, right? What are the blogs, discussions that people are watching and reading and following? Vlogs as well, video blogs, right? Then what are we looking for? Comments. So I'm gonna go in and look at videos inside or, blog comments. What are people saying that they want, they aspire to, the fears they're afraid of? I don't know if I could because what if I lose this X, Y, and Z? What are they frustrated with? Oh, it sounds good, but man, I'm dealing with X, Y, and Z. It's in the blogs, in the comments, right? Then your own real life, this is where a lot of mine come from, real life conversations, right? What are the conversations that you are having on a daily basis? I am always having conversations with people that are struggling with all this stuff. It's gold. I'm in the middle right now of a fail forward challenge I launched. And one of the most useful and golden parts of this challenge is I have a Zoom room where people come in and we work through some stuff. But here's the beauty. Every time they have a specific thing to do at the daytime they show up, I take notes on every single word they say. And that for me is gold for this. I'm asking them to do something, but I'm afraid if this happens, but I don't know how to do whatever. I love this because I also like to do, it's all in there. So now I've got like a waffle, I can fill the waffle out for the rest of the year, I kid you not, off of 14 days of meeting with people. It's seriously all right there, conversations. Then if you start putting cool stuff out, you'll find that people hit you in the DMs. Hey, how did you do da-da-da? What happens if I, Do you know how to? And you put the question in, and what you do is I do this. I then copy the question and I take it to a random thoughts section in the waffle because I have one extra piece that says random thoughts. You don't have to, but you can. And I post their actual question. Then I go back and write my answer. Guess what I do with the answer? Copy it, put it below it, boom, I got content. I can easily go in and say, oh, that's the DM question, good to go, right? Then I say, hey, I'm trying to figure out what people need. Let me Google this. I'm gonna Google different things to figure out what people are struggling with. Like if these are the things they want, like what does, if I'm searching for, what do moms struggle with? What does a mom want? I'm a mom, think about mom stuff. How do I find out how to get my kids to eat food, right? That's a want. How do I find out how to take care of my body so I can play with my kids later? An aspiration, right? How do I get to the point of not being seen as like a helicopter mom? That's a fear, right? It's just different things. Google it. Get creative. If you can't get creative right now, if you're struggling with getting any kind of creative, it's going to be hard for you to be a coach. Flex this muscle. Use this muscle. Learn to do it over time. Then the last one, it's pretty simple. It's assessments or quizzes. So we'll call it assessments. So if you have a chance to go to like SurveyMonkey or put a quiz out to ask questions, there's a guy named Ryan Levesque has a phenomenal process called Ask Method. Take a look, like how do I figure out from them what they want? Go ask them. Like, I don't know, like ask. I could easily just say ask. Like, right? It can easily be like, I'm gonna go and ask them specifically, hey, what do you want out of life? What do you aspire to? What are you afraid of? What frustrates you right now? What do you love outside of this realm? Hey, what are your expectations of yourself, of other things in the world, and of other solutions in the world? Ask them, right? This is a top piece, and you just keep collecting bullet points every single day in your phone, in your notes, and everywhere you gotta put it. Then what we go to is down here. If you say, I don't know how to do any of this, I don't even, I can't do it. Here's what you do. You go out there and find content that is made by somebody else like myself doing this. A written piece, a video piece, an email that came out. I don't care what it is. You find something that is in line and you'd say this, I read this. You post it online. Here's a thing that I watched. Here's a thing that I read, right? Somebody else's content, use it as a foundation. Then you say, here is what I dislike about it and why. Again, what I dislike about it and why I dislike it. Easy, right? You could say, here's the thing that I read. Here's what I don't agree with. All you're doing is giving an opinion. Guess who does this every day? Everybody. That's what trolls do. I read this. I don't like this. Why? I don't know, because I didn't wipe my butt well today. I'm just making something up. But the idea is, what do you dislike about it? Give an expansive thought on it. There's some content. Guess what you had to create? Nothing but an opinion. Then another piece of content, or same one, you could also say, here's what I like about it and why. Here's what I dislike and why. Here's what I actually do like and why, right? It's a big piece of it. What do I like and why? And the last piece of it, the very final piece is, what would you add to it? I would add this to the conversation. If I had this thought, here's what I read, you know what, I love this, here's what I would add and why. So that's it. If you're trying to figure out how to make consistent fire content without stressing on content day, have this thing running all day in the background. You do that and I promise you, you're gonna kill it, have amazing engagement, and people are gonna want to hire you as their coach because you'll be putting out stuff that resonates with them. Go do this now.